Imagine a world where no one litters. Imagine a world where every single plastic bottle is recycled. Well, that's the world that Indorama Ventures is striving to create. Hi, my name is Anthony Watanabe, Vice President and Global Head of Environmental Sustainability at Indorama Ventures Limited. The specific plastic we produce and recycle is called polyethylene terephthalate, or PET for short, and is most commonly used for soft drink and water bottles. PET is lightweight, reliable, and cost-effective. And many people don't realize that PET has a very low carbon footprint compared to alternatives when considering raw materials, production, transport, use, and end of life. And since PET is made to be remade, this carbon footprint is dramatically reduced when it comes to recycled PET. Indorama Ventures is the world's largest manufacturer of PET and the world's largest producer of recycled PET for beverage bottle application. Operating 140 facilities in 36 countries across Asia, Africa, the Americas, and Europe with over 26,000 colleagues, we are truly a global company. And as such, Indorama has a responsibility to drive the sustainability of our sector, and we take this responsibility seriously. For instance, the linear economy of the past was about take, make, waste. The circular economy of the future is about return and renew, making products that are made to be remade again. But how do we get there? Well, the key is effective waste management, a near universal goal across the world, but one that remains elusive to this day for several complex reasons. For us to establish a truly circular economy, businesses must embed sustainability. Policymakers must develop evidence-based regulation, and consumers must make informed choices about what to buy and how to dispose of their purchases. It takes all of us. At Indorama Ventures, we are investing in partnerships, innovation, and education to create a better world. In this video about reimagining circularity, I explain Indorama's specific approach to people, planet, prosperity, and purpose. We know that the strength of any organization, regardless of its size, comes from its people. And at Indorama Ventures, one of our core values is diversity is our strength. With over 26,000 colleagues on 4 continents, we are indeed highly diverse in terms of ethnicity, culture, age, gender, language, and experience. The combined force of these different perspectives working towards the same goal yields powerful results. And this diversity enables us to better understand and even anticipate our customers' evolving needs, such that we can help them delight their consumers around the world. We believe that embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion is crucial for any company looking to succeed in the global marketplace. And by the way, it's just the right thing to do. All businesses, big and small, have a responsibility to be stewards of our planet. Indorama Ventures has a robust decarbonization plan, which aims to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions by 30% by 2030. However, it's important to note that environmental sustainability and prosperity are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they complement each other. Greater economic prosperity means higher levels of education, more innovation, and greater global collaboration on issues of collective importance like climate change. Indorama Ventures is creating meaningful jobs, contributing valuable products to society, both globally and locally. This enables us to fulfill our duties as a responsible global citizen. And finally, all businesses need a clear purpose because consumers don't just buy what we make, they also buy what we believe. So, what's Indorama's purpose? Well, I'll leave it to our Deputy Group CEO, Mrs. Suchitra Lohia, to announce.
It's time to state our purpose, publicly, clearly, and boldly. Reimagining chemistry together to create a better world.
There you have it. Reimagining chemistry together to create a better world. What does this look like in practice? IVL's story begins by recognizing what it takes to establish a circular loop for PET. Let me give you a virtual tour around our recycling plant in Nakhon Pathom, Thailand, just outside of Bangkok. Used PET products are delivered to our factory in compressed bales. Once they arrive, we sort and clean the PET plastic. Any labels, any impurities are removed. The PET is then crushed into small flakes and goes through another round of cleaning. The flakes are melted at around 300 degrees Celsius to make them into small pellets, and these recycled plastic pellets can then be used to create new PET packaging. That's how we establish a circular life cycle for PET plastic. Optimizing recycling depends on a constant interaction between regulation, in other words, incentives, and innovation, in other words, design. IVL supports recycling through three key pillars: partnership, innovation, and education.
Plastic waste is a global problem, and Asia is seen as being central to this issue. As we navigate informal collection systems, increasing consumer demand, we are pushed to provide better solutions for the plastic that we create. Indorama Ventures is not shying away from this monumental task. We're leading recycling efforts from a Thailand base to the rest of the world on a global scale. We have 23 recycling facilities in 12 countries with more than 76 billion bottles recycled since 2011. Our target is to recycle 3.13 million tons of plastic, or 200 billion bottles per year by 2030. But how do we get there?
To realize this ambitious recycling mission, we take our cue from Sustainable Development Goal 17, partnerships. One exciting example is our partnership with the International Finance Corporation and the Asian Development Bank to secure the first ever blue loan granted to a global plastic resin manufacturer. The $300 million blue loan will be used to recycle more than 50 billion PET bottles in Thailand, India, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Brazil. And in this way, Indorama is making a positive contribution to keeping our oceans clean and blue. Another example of partnership is our joint venture with Coca-Cola Beverages Philippines, the bottling arm of the Coca-Cola company in that country. Together, we've built a bottle-to-bottle facility that can recycle 2 billion bottles per year. This is perfect circularity on a significant scale. But our approach to partnership extends beyond bricks and mortar infrastructure to softer measures like advocacy, diplomacy, and thought leadership. Case in point, Indorama Ventures, along with partners like the Japan Bank for International Cooperation, is supporting a Sustainability Leaders Council. The council has an ambitious mandate to foster an action-oriented agenda for governments and the private sector, particularly here in Asia. The goal is to build more resilient societies, reduce plastic waste, create economic value, and build more sustainable communities. During the inaugural summit just before COP26 in 2021, the Council released a report called Unlocking Sustainable Plastics in Asia. Now, this report advocates for a more dynamic role for both the public and the private sector here in Asia to improve and even to optimize the management of plastic waste. So as you can see, reimagining circularity on a global scale is a huge challenge, and we cannot do it alone. Partnerships are key to realizing our common dream of a sustainable world.
Innovation. We hear this word all the time. What really does it mean? Well, I can tell you what it means for us here in IVL. To be a leader in providing circular solutions, IVL has recently launched a carbon-neutral brand, Deja. The products made under the Deja brand are 100% recyclable, but that's not all. These solutions enable our customers in packaging, as well as in manufacturing of everything from automobiles all the way to clothing. to keep their emissions low and their quality high. Deja's latest innovation, carbon neutral pellets, are made with renewable energy, locally sourced material, and low impact water transport to achieve carbon neutral footprint. When emissions cannot be avoided, we ethically offset them to achieve that carbon neutrality. Our Deja brand is closing the loop with complete integrity, ensuring circularity. Deja is the paragon of how packaging can be a key enabler of recycling.
As we have seen, partnerships and innovation are crucial drivers of Indorama's recycling efforts. But if there is no engagement with the people actually using the products, then this bottle cannot become flakes and it loses its massive economic potential. In the worst case scenario, this plastic bottle will escape a closed loop, become waste, and contribute to environmental and social problems. In an improved scenario, it may provide valuable feedstock to other products, like fibers for clothing. However, in an ideal world, the world that IVL aspires to build, this bottle would be remade into another bottle. And to realize this ideal world, we need more education on recycling. And that brings us to reimagining circularity through education. All plastics are not equal. Part of making responsible choices means understanding what should be recycled. PET is made to be remade. And in this process, there is economic, environmental, and even social value. At Indorama Ventures, our goal is to educate 1 million people globally on recycling by the year 2030. And the best person to talk about this is my colleague Colm Jordan, our Global Head of Sustainability Communications and Advocacy.
In 2017, Indorama Ventures launched our recycling education project in Thailand, where we're headquartered. Our goal is to raise awareness of waste separation and the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Every year we reach tens of thousands of Thai children, but we want to do more. This year, we entered a new partnership with the Janus Foundation to create recycling education material for a global audience, from kindergarten to college, written, tested and validated by teachers themselves. By empowering the next generation to properly separate and dispose of waste, they will know how to end waste and protect our planet. A 2019 assessment of our recycling education work found that every dollar we invested generated 5 times the value. Now, we want to scale our education work globally with an ambitious target to reach 1 million young people by 2030.
Education of our youth is obviously critical, and it's also important for policymakers since regulation plays such a key role in recycling. We know that recycling is optimized in places where there are schemes like deposit return systems, where consumers are financially incentivized to properly dispose of products, and quite simply where there are enough bins to collect the bottles. And we also need evidence-based policy to design, build, and operate such a robust recycling ecosystem. The circular economy depends on support from both regulation and innovation. The right policies inform and encourage people to be thoughtful about what they're doing with their products. Innovation in turn pushes the boundaries of possibility to deliver a better consumer experience with a lower carbon footprint. Whether it's creating fully recyclable bottles, leveraging sustainable financial instruments, or educating our young on how waste separation works, IVL is reimagining circularity on many fronts, and we're committed to strengthening this well-rounded approach going forward. So there you have it, reimagining circularity through partnerships, innovation, and education. A robust and evolving framework in Indorama's recycling journey. IVL's legacy has and continues to be built by the people we serve. This includes our recycling teams, our diverse customer base, including not just packaging, but also mobility, lifestyle, and hygiene, and their global, diverse, and demanding consumer. So what about you? What is your legacy going to look like when your children talk about you in the future? And about how you can innovate with purpose for our people and planet, creating a better, more sustainable, and more prosperous world for all of us.